Alright, so I want to talk about what's going on, some real gloom and doom. Alright, so the way I take it, this COVID-19 coronavirus, right? It's all on purpose, it's all intentional, and, I don't have any proof, but just think about it. The world's elites, like, the so-called Illuminati or New World Order, whatever you want to call that, Fabian Society, whatever you want to call that, together. What do they all have in common, The Bill and Belinda Gates Foundation, what do they all have in common? Eugenics, right? They want there will only be 500,000 people on the world, or not 500,000, 500 million people in the world, 500 million people in the world. Well, we have 7 billion now, so that's like 14 times less people than there is right now. Then you take a look at all the governments in the Western world and Western civilization, all the white countries, and you look at all of Asia, right? East Asia anyway, and you see that all of us have ridiculously large populations of older people and very few young people. Too many people on a pension on Social Security that the government has to pay. This is a big burden on the government, having to pay out that much money. You look at the world debt clock, all the governments are in debt. People think, China's such a great power, this and that. They have their own problems too. What do they want the most? What would benefit the Chinese government the most, the American government the most, the British government, etc., on down the line, Germany, etc.? Killing off the old people. Euthanasia. But you see, they can't flat out come out and just say we want euthanasia to kill all the old people, because everybody will rebel. Don't kill grandma and grandpa, right? And of course this is 100% evil, it's satanic, and you just take a look, and see for yourself. All of these governments stand to benefit from killing off old people, because then they don't have to pay their Social Security pensions, right? How many billions of dollars a month goes to old people out of taxes? And in a lot of countries you have less workers paying taxes than you do old people collecting benefits. How many workers do you have to pay taxes for one person to get a Social Security check? Does that make sense? So, all these governments are thinking survival. The only way they can not implode is by not having to pay out all these checks, right? Then, just take a look at things. There's a bigger picture, it's only one part. In the Bible in Revelations, it talks about plagues, plural. And this coronavirus does not kill 100% of people who are infected. It's only going to kill off maybe 10% of people who get it, right? But old people are definitely more susceptible. If you look at research, you can see that this virus is man-made. It was genetically modified. It's like a splicing of 3 different viruses to make one super virus. And this is just the beginning. I think there's going to be multiple plagues and disasters to cull the population, as these eugenicists say, the culling, right? And like I said, straight Satan, it's 100% satanic, and just think about what's going to happen. And another thing, all these so-called refugees, which 19 out of 20 of them are not real refugees, especially all the ones that are denied benefits in Europe, that are on the street living in squalor, peeing and defecating in the streets. They're living in filth, and they're definitely gonna get sick. They're gonna be the first to get sick because they're out in the elements and don't have a bathroom or a shower or anything like this. They're going to be the first to go. They're going to be the first to be infected, even though a lot of them are young. They got their youth going for them. They're going to be highly susceptible to not just corona, but the next few viruses coming through. And to think, this virus was made up by the U.S. government, supposedly, and then sold to China, right? Either China accidentally leaked it through experimenting with it, or they let it out on purpose, which definitely makes sense because of the one-child policy in China. Gave them a massive elderly population that they can't afford to pay benefits for. Then, on top of that, the Western world and the satanic elite of the West, they want the same thing, less people, right? They want to cut down the population, and so you got these rich elites that want to cut down the population, plus governments that would absolutely benefit from taking away old people so they don't have to pay their pensions. That in combination, right? What do you guys think? All the Western governments and the Asian governments stand to benefit from this, plus it's what the rich satanic elite want. They've been very vocal about it for years, and there's no denying that either this is either a fact or a coincidence. So what do you guys think? Let me know.